Welcome back, Warriors. It's me, Linda B. Thank you all so much for joining me here tonight on another live stream. Remember, I go live on most Mondays through Thursdays at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on YouTube and also on Twitter. And on Twitter, my handle is Linda B Podcast on Twitter. So you can find me, Linda B Podcast. I go live there and here on YouTube. So it's simultaneously. All right, guys. First off, let's go ahead and start off with a word of prayer. Dear God, there's so much going on in the world, God. You know before, you know what's going to happen before it happens. And Father, we don't know which way things are going to go in the 2026 and 2028, but we pray. I pray, Father, with everything in me. You know what my prayers have been, God. I won't say them here, but I pray, we pray hard, Father, that the right thing happens and that you cover us, your people, with protection, and that you cause the scales to fall off of people's eyes so that they can see and hear the truth, so that they are not deaf, dumb, and blind spiritually, Father. Please let people know the truth. And we thank you for everything. We thank you for the president and this administration. We ask that you continuously bless him, and I pray for his salvation and those others in his cabinet. I pray this in Jesus' name. Amen. All right, Warriors, don't forget to like this video, comment, share, subscribe to my channel if you have not already, and stick around to the end, guys. Let's see who we have in the chat. All right, Iron Ear, you are first. Omar insists she is a U.S. citizen. Yeah, she does. Hello, everyone. Stanley Dogs. Hi, Iron Ear. Bernie Chiafaletti. Hi. All right, then we've got Bernie again, Iron Ear, Iron Ear. We've got Christine Beasley. Hello, all. Hello, Christine. Hello, how are you? Jane Fecto. Hello, everyone. All right, and we have, let's see who else we have here. We have Kenny Cooper, watching from cold Kansas to deliver Sprite in the morning. Are you in a truck? Sounds like you're always delivering things. So I don't want you trying to text and do things while you're driving. Don't you do that. All right. My girl says, hello, hello. All right. Monster Hunter. Wow. I am early for once. Peace, y'all. Peace. Peace, everybody. All right. And let's see who else we've got. We've got Mary Bourgeois. I hope I didn't. Mary. Hey, Mary. Hey, kiddos. Cold Houston, Texas is here. All right. So it's cold there, huh? All right. And we got SK Abstract Art. Hi, Linda and fam. We've got my wonderful husband. We've got, yes, my girls again. And yeah, looks like we've got a lot of people in here tonight. And looks like, is that D. Bordeaux? Hello. I'm sorry, Doe Bordeaux. Yeah, my eyes getting a little blurry, guys. Looking at the computer so long all the time. So let's just get into everything. I have great news. I have some fabulous news. The other West Virginia National Guardsman, Andrew Wolfe, is awake and responsive. I'm sure you've already heard of it already. He's answering questions with a thumbs up and wiggling his toes. He's still in very critical condition, and they are still reporting that he is fighting for his life. But, we got to hold on to hope and wish and hope for the best. So this is Andrew Wolfe. So that's Andrew Wolfe. And I have like a report from someone right here that I'm going to just play a little bit of talking about it.
Saying that my heart goes out to the family of the two individuals who were despicably gunned down in Washington, D.C. And since we originally received word of the shooting, we worked very hard to try to coordinate with the Guard, the federal government, the families, and everyone to ensure that the state's response is appropriate. I want to update people. First, there'll be a lot of questions about the condition. I want to say I'm not the doctor. I'm not going to try to pretend to be so. What I will say is that Andrew remains in serious condition. We did have some positive news that we were told that Andrew was asked if he could hear the nurse who asked the question to give a thumbs up, and he did respond. And we were told that he also wiggled his toes. So we take that as a positive sign. I'm not here to speculate, but I will say one thing, that Melody, the mom, has been so positive a force, and she's been asking people across the country to pray for her son, and those prayers are working. So I want to continue. That's her only request to me is, would you please get the word out that my son Andrew needs prayer? And that's all I'm going to do. Talk about that. These are wonderful people, and the family's going through a very difficult situation right now as Andrew fights to survive.
All right, so that's the update on that. And I think this is the governor, I think, of West Virginia, Morrissey or something like that. Yeah, that's the update on Andrew Wolfe. He's 24 years old, guys. He's awake and responsive. So that is great news. We just got to keep praying. He's still in very, very serious condition. So he's not out of the woods yet, as they say. But now I got to go to our president. Lord have mercy, y'all. Please pray for President Donald J. Trump. He is just very, I'm learning to like this about him, that he doesn't play games. To me, he's very transparent and truthful, and he just says he means what he says, and he says what he means. He's not politically correct. I feel like people appreciate that, because sometimes when people are too slick, they're too, polished. I feel like it's an act, like it's not real. You know what I'm saying? But here he is, being his raw self. One of those moments where he said, you know what? I don't give a flying flam flip. I'm just going to say what I'm going to say. And if you don't like it, too bad. Put your big boy pants on and your big girl skirt on. I'm going to say what I got to say.
We could go one way or the other. And we're going to go the wrong way if we keep taking in garbage into our country. Ilhan Omar is garbage. She's garbage. Her friends are garbage. These aren't people that work. These aren't people that say, let's go, come on, let's make this place great. These are people that do nothing but complain. They complain. And from where they came from, they got nothing. They came from paradise, and they said, this isn't paradise. But when they come from hell, and they complain, and do nothing but bitch, we don't want them in our country. Let them go back to where they came from and fix it. Thank you very much, everybody.
Well, he has a little bit of a salty mouth there. President Trump said, you know what? She's garbage. Her friends are garbage. Go back to that country. And she calls a lot of these countries. I remember his first term. He called a lot of the African countries sugar, honey, iced tea holes. And I don't know. Back then I had TDS. So I probably thought that he was being racist. But that was back then. But when you look at the condition of these countries, he is telling the truth now. They are a mess. They have no register of success. Like, you can't look at any measurement of any kind and say, oh, that's going in the right direction. None of them are. You can look at Haiti. I know that's not Africa, but Haiti is in bad shape. Pretty much every country, almost every country in Africa is in bad shape. It's in bad shape. And he just called her garbage. Now, I know the news is climbed on top of this, and they're going to make it about race. They're not going to mention the fact that this woman allegedly married her brother. They're not going to mention the fact that she's committed all sorts of fraud. They're not going to mention the fact that she more than likely knew what the people in her district were doing with that money. And how this heifer was making $174,000. Well, she is making her base salary from what I've read of $174,000 a year, but yet she's worth into the millions, tens of millions of dollars in a very short time. Well, how did that happen? Okay. But yeah, he just said the B word that rhymes with witch. You know, our president, he can be a little salty around, a little rough around the mouth, but he doesn't lie. In my opinion, he doesn't lie. Because I always find out that he's telling the truth. Now, this particular clip that I am going to share with you has the information. All right. Okay. It's got to go through things that you already know, but towards the end, I'm going to need you to stick around because this has got information about these people that are Somalis, and they have come forth with information about threats and things like that. So I need you guys to stick around, and I'm doing this because I feel like it's very relevant. Ilhan Omar looks like she is just one of the most corrupt Congress people that we have. And in my opinion, she needs to be deported, and she can be denaturalized if they can prove that there was fraud, and it looks like there was. Okay, you saw my video on the thumbnail. It says the DNA says it's a match. 99.99998%. Yes, that she allegedly married her sibling. I'm going to say allegedly to everything in this video. But this is coming by way of Liz Collin. Alpha News investigated the bigamy, marriage fraud, and tax fraud surrounding the Congresswoman Ilhan Omar in 2019, while Minnesota mainstream media has remained silent. They've been having problems in Minnesota since the early 2000s. I know you guys say, Linda B, please shut up and play the video. Okay, I'm doing it.
Minnesota Democrats, media, and the Department of Justice have continually ignored strong evidence supporting the fact that Ilhan Omar may be directly involved in tax, marriage, and immigration fraud.
In 2002, Omar married Ahmed Hirsi in a religious ceremony. Hirsi is the father of Omar's 3 children and is pictured often with Omar and their children on their campaign website.
In 2016, Minnesota journalist Scott Johnson received a tip about a post from a Somali community website containing marriage certificates alleging Omar married her brother, Elmi, in February 2009 in order for him to immigrate to the U.S. legally, despite the facts she'd been married to the father of her children, Hirsi, over a decade.
This clearly proved that any such second marriage might be bigamous under Minnesota law as well as fraudulent.
Later in August 2016, further investigations into legal documents and filings in Minnesota by journalist Priya Samsundar uncovered evidence supporting the allegation that Ilhan Omar married her brother, Ahmed Nursed Elmi, in 2009.
The 2009 marriage license to Elmi lists the same address as one filed for a Minnesota business 3 months later in May 2009 for One to One Cafe by Hirsi, the father of Omar's 3 children.
That means Ilhan Omar was living with both her real husband Hirsi while still married to her brother Elmi.
Omar has continued to deny the allegations, dismissing them as baseless rumors and fake journalists on bigot blogs despite mounting evidence.
High school record evidence also support the claim that Elmi is indeed her brother and graduated in 2003 from Arlington Senior High School in St. Paul, Minnesota, with enrollment records that state he was born April 4th, 1985. The same birth date listed on Omar's 2009 marriage certificate to Elmi.
As troubling details mounted against Omar, members of the Somali community were threatened into silence through intimidation tactics and physical violence on themselves and their families still back in Somalia. In an obtained Facebook Live video from August 18, 2016, a woman identified as the Associate Chair of the Somali American Caucus speaks. And in translation, she states in plain terms that any Somali that talks about Omar's personal life, including marriage discrepancies, is an enemy of the Somali community. Credible sources in the Somali community have stepped forward and provided Alpha News with information in exchange for anonymity, along with members of the 2003 class have also identified Elmi's father as
Nur said Elmi Mohammed, the same man who calls himself father to Ilhan Omar.
All right, that's Alpha News. Now, you guys, it was going over some things that you already heard, but also people were threatened, physical violence on them, threatened if they released any information about Ilhan Omar's personal life. Now, that's just straight up thug mafia behavior. You keep your mouth shut. They running a scam, okay? They've been running a scam. And again, I repeat, her father was supposedly had, citizenship in the United States, but they were investigative journalists and others were not able to find those organizations that would have that sort of thing on record, were not able to find Ilhan Omar's father in the database. So he, according to that, it was never a citizen. So she isn't. So she could not piggyback off of her dad. Then she lied allegedly about her date of birth, making herself a year younger so that she can ride the coattails of her father with birthright citizenship. So she had to make herself a minor. Then, of course, the alleged marriage to her brother. Okay, this woman has got fraud just all over the place. All over the place. Can we just call her fraud, fraud, fraud? That is just crazy. She can be denaturalized and can serve up to, according to what I've read, up to 10 years in prison. 10 years, and she can be deported back. See you. Don't let the door hit you where the good Lord split you. We will not shed any tears. Promise you that. I bet you I won't cry over you being booted out. Uncle Sam, get her out of here. Get her out. You guys, don't forget to like this video. Please go ahead and like the video, comment, share. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do and select all notifications. But guys, this is just crazy. And when President Trump says things, it sounds so harsh. And the news is going to not show you why he said what he said. They're just going to say, well, he just said it because of this. He's a racist. Sometimes you just want to reach through the screen and just slap one of those news anchors. They know they're being dishonest, straight up lying, really. But yes, so here is another clip that I want to play. It's a little bit lengthy, so I am going to interject here and there. And this is saying Ilhan Omar is panicking. You can't deport me. But as a naturalized citizen, fraud could strip her of everything. And this woman right here, she is also a naturalized citizen from Zambia. And this is Omar talking about she can't be deported. I'm a citizen. By what metric? I call her a heifer.
Enough to understand that members of Congress can't be impeached. When you have Nancy and Randy saying, we're on it, we're going to impeach her. When they're saying they're going to deport me, knowing full well that you cannot deport an American citizen.
Ilhan Omar, the cracks are beginning to show. Now that you are on Trump's radar, I think you are starting to become very afraid. You're starting to panic. It looks like you are terrified and you feel some sense of threat. And honestly, you should be. I would like to point out and comment on the last statement that you made in that interview, but I'd also like to correct you on some few things. Yes, you are correct. American citizens cannot be deported, but what you failed to mention is that there are two types of American citizens. You failed to make that distinction. They are natural-born citizens and they are naturalized citizens, which you and I fall under that category. Both you and I are naturalized citizens. You being a Somalian and I am a Zambian. We became naturalized citizens because we satisfied the requirements needed to pursue citizenship through a legal process. We applied for naturalization because we satisfied all the requirements needed by immigration in order for us to pursue to become citizens. Natural-born citizens cannot be deported. Why? Because they were born here. However, naturalized citizens, we can get our citizenship revoked through a denaturalization process. And how that can come about is if we are being pursued criminally or civically. And it has to go through the federal courts. When they start civil or criminal proceedings, that's where we can run the risk of having our citizenship revoked. Now, you on the other hand, you are being pursued criminally because it's been alleged that you had committed acts of fraud when it came to applying for your citizenship, for your naturalized citizenship. You had made some statements which were misrepresented, or you had omitted facts, or you did not tell the truth when it came to applying for your citizenship. Now this alleged information has come about that you had lied on your application. That is why you're being pursued criminally. And that's how you may face being deported or having your citizenship revoked because of those things. The problem with you, Ilhan, is I think you've gotten way too comfortable. To be honest with you, you're very cocky. You're taking this whole thing for granted. The fact that you are in this country, let me tell you something. Being a U.S. citizen, especially being a naturalized U.S. citizen, that is a privilege. It's not a right.
Now, this woman is the kind of immigrant that we want in our country. We don't mind immigrants. They just need to be sane, no terrorist ties, assimilating in our culture, not causing any problems. Because let's be honest, guys, we have homegrown problems. We got natural born folks that are messed up in the head. And my opinion is just my opinion. I don't think we need to have any more immigrants, even if they might be good ones for right now, till we clean up the mess. We need to heal first. It's like, when you've been in a bad relationship and you've been hurt and abused and mistreated and cheated on and lied to, and you break up, you need time to heal before you get into another relationship. So before we get into any more immigration relationships with these folks from all over the world, we need to heal. Okay, we close right now. We close. We still in business, but we just closed to any more immigrants right now. We got to get the ones that should not be here out. While we're doing that, we can't be bringing other ones in, trying to get that situated, make sure they're okay in the head. To me, this is just my opinion. You guys let me know how you feel about that. We got to do what we got to do to protect our country, our sovereignty. And, people are leaving their country trying to seek a better life. I get that. But things were rough in America. We had a bloody civil war. We stood and stayed here. We didn't go anywhere else. We stayed here and fought. So they need to go back to their country and fight. Go ahead and fight, go ahead and do what you got to do. Because her father, if you guys see my video, I did a video on her father. Yeah, family secrets. You need to see that. That man was tied into some stuff, and they did not come here to flee oppression. Her family, Ilhan Omar's family, came here to flee justice.
I have a privilege, and I am proud, and I am happy. I am grateful that I was awarded and I was afforded that opportunity to be a citizen of this country. America didn't have to do that. They didn't have to grant me a citizenship because I've been in this country. So don't bite the hands that feed you. And for you to be so disrespectful to Trump, the way you talk about this man like he is shit under your shoe, is very disrespectful, because guess what? You don't have to be here. He can have the right to pursue criminal proceedings to get you out of this country, because time and time again, your actions, the things that you say and you do, show that you are not a loyal citizen of this country. You don't deserve to be an American citizen. Why? Because you put your own country of Somalia first. Then you do this country that has afforded you the abilities, the privileges, and the access for you to even have a platform. Because the country that you come from Somalia, they oppress women. And you don't have the freedoms or the rights to talk the way you do. So if I were you, I would not bite the hands that feed you.
And I just want to say, I'm going to read this. The final requirement of becoming naturalized in the United States is taking the oath of allegiance. That's the final step. They have to take the oath of allegiance. And this, I'm getting it from this person on Twitter called Ray Ray. And she says, how the hell do we have a sitting member of Congress calling for the takeover of our country by foreign invaders? Here is the oath of office. I hereby declare on oath that I absolutely and entirely renounce and abjure all allegiance and fidelity to any foreign prince, potentate, state or sovereignty of whom or which I have heretofore been a subject or citizen, that I will support and defend the Constitution and laws of the United States of America against all enemies, foreign and domestic, that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same, that I will bear arms on behalf of the United States of America when required by the law, that I will perform non-combatant service in the armed forces of the United States when required by the law, that I will perform work of national importance under civilian direction when required by the law, and that I take this obligation freely without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion. So help me God. Oath of allegiance. Renouncing any allegiance to any other nation. Okay, she clearly did not do that. She made the oath, I'm sure, but she did not mean it. She did not mean it. So I just wanted to just say that right there, just to remind us what these people have to say. Okay, and then listen to this heifer's rhetoric talking about Ilhan Omar.
And I would sit down and humble myself, because right now what you're doing, Ilhan, you're not being humble. You're not showing gratitude. If it wasn't for America, where would you be right now? The very same country of Somalia that you're always crying about, that you put first, why aren't you there already? If that country is doing so much for you, and it's the country that you love so much, why aren't you pursuing your pursuance there? Why aren't you there? But no, you want to take America for granted. The country that has awarded you the wealth, the platform for you to have a position in government. But this is how you shit on America like this? No, you don't deserve to be a citizen. And I really do hope that Homeland Security, they start to do thorough investigations so that they can get you out of here. Because you have time and time again taken advantage of this country. Some of your shady dealings that you've done, committing fraud, embezzling money, all these things, getting your community who are also committing acts of fraud. You are perpetuating that. You are at the forefront. Now you want to shit on America, the very same country that has done a lot for you? How dare you? How dare you? Who are you? You would be nothing. It's so annoying because you get people like myself who really have so much respect for this country and are so satisfied and so appreciative of what America has done. You're not worthy. You're not worthy to be in office. You're not worthy to have that title of being a congresswoman. You don't deserve to be here. You need to go. Ilhan, you need to go. I'm tired of the level of disrespect that you show Americans. I'm tired of the level of disrespect that you show our president time and time again. Go back to Somalia. Go back. If it's that much pressing that you don't want to be here or you love Somalia, go back. What's stopping you?
That's right. That's sister from Zambia. That's what I'm talking about. You preach, girl. Yes. That's the kind of immigrants we want. But for right now, y'all, we don't need any more right now. We close. We close. We got to get these ones that shouldn't be here out. Okay, we got problems. We just had this Afghan national shoot down 2 West Virginia National Guardsmen. Sarah Beckstrom unfortunately passed, and now we've got Andrew Wolfe. He's doing better. He's responsive and awake, so that's great. He's answering with a thumbs up and wiggling his toes, but he's still in very critical condition. All right, so we have to pray for the Wolfe family, but we don't need any more people right now. This is just too much. It's too much right now. Like I just said, when you get out of a bad relationship, you got to allow yourself time to heal. You can't just jump right into another one. Okay? That's just how it is. We know y'all want to come over here real bad, but we only got so much space and resources. Make your own country better. We don't go live somewhere else. We just got from under Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, and we still stayed, didn't we? We didn't go anywhere. I didn't even think to go anywhere. This is all I know. I look at other parts of the world. I'm like, you know what? I'm staying my A square right here in America and duke it out. Do what I got to do. I'm going to stand firm, honey. Yes, I bear arms too. Y'all don't mess with me. I need to shoot better, but anyway, at the gun range and all of that, we do not advocate for violence. I'm just saying about the Second Amendment rights and all of that. But guys, I got to read your comments. Let's just see what you're saying. Don't forget to like the video, guys. That really helps to go out farther to YouTube. When it comes to them and oaths, Islam allows them to lie under oath. That's why I called her a snake. She lied under oath. Yeah. Yeah, some people will put their hand on a Bible or do anything. They'll just lie. Excuse me. And also we've got, because they have come to take over America, my girl says that. I do believe that, my girls. I'm serious. I believe it. I believe it because when I look at other countries that were mostly overwhelmingly Christian, now they're overwhelmingly Muslim. So what does that tell you? These people don't ever come, in my opinion, to assimilate. They come to dominate. They come to overtake. All right. And I was looking at a video that had like the top 10 cities in America with the most Muslim, the highest percentage of Muslims. Number 1 is Dearborn, Michigan. And I believe number 2 is Hamtramck. And Philadelphia is on the list. Chicago is, Houston is on the list. Newark, New Jersey, and Jersey City, New Jersey are on the list. And I want to say Brooklyn might be on there as well. So these cities have a very, very high Muslim percentage wise. Okay. And that's crazy to me. We can't keep doing this, America. God, please stop them from coming here. They need to just stay in their own country. We closed. That's just my opinion. She's a thief. I want to say much more. She's disrespectful, B. She's a disrespectful B. Oh, you said the B word. That's what President Trump said. All they do is itch. I'm going to say itch. Itch and moan. All boo-hoo, whining and moaning. MAGA to Mary, it's a shame in America. We have Muslims naming streets after their heroes who unalived our Christian heroes. Now, that's disgusting. We couldn't do that over there in their country. Yeah, you know that needs to be stopped. They need to just take that mess down. I didn't know that, MAGA Tamara. I had no idea. Thank you for that information. Michael Johnson, no immigrant should be in Congress or police unless both parents are natural-born citizens. And we got to make sure even natural-born citizens can't be a little kooky in the head, y'all. We got to make sure everybody right upstairs. Okay, and that's right. And they have her on record saying this Somalia comes first. Yes, there is a clip of her, of Ilhan Omar, saying that Somalia comes first. She said she is a daughter of Somalia. She dreams of going back there. I'm like, girl, you got the means to go take a flight, first class. You ain't got a dream. You can make it a reality. You can just go. All your folks can just get on there. And she's a traitor, a liar, and a thief. Yes, I know that's right. Yes, I like that Zambia girl. Yes, what an embarrassment to Minnesota. So thankful Most High is cleansing my country. All praises. Yeah, we need an immigration enema. Yeah, we need an enema. United States constipated right now. We don't need no more. We just can't have no more now. We just gotta be purged. Get it all out. Take a colon cleanse. Get y'all out of here. Yes, I realize some people come here for the right reasons, but we don't know until we vet them. They still have to be vetted so we can know who's who. We just can't go, well, I'm a nice person. I didn't do anything wrong. How do we know? How do we know that? We can't just go look at you and tell, right? All right, Kenny Cooper, Ilhan Omar, bye, Felicia. I know, right? Bye, Felicia. And we got to get off this color thing, guys. It's based on character. She clearly was doing some nefarious things. We can't, in the left, I hate the media is the way it is. I want President Trump to do something about the media. It's so crooked. It's so corrupt. But because she's Black, we're supposed to go along with her crap. I know, girl, you better say it. You better say it. Who hurts Black people more than anybody? Just, you know what? I believe in telling the truth. I don't sugarcoat too much. Sugar is bad for you. I tell the truth. Who gets rid of Black people more than any other ethnic group? It is other Black people. Can't we just be honest? Can't we call a spade a spade? No pun intended. All right, put her in prison first, then deport. Absolutely. That's what I was thinking about too. I was thinking, Omar, bye, Felicia. I like this lady. I like the Zambia lady. I really like the Zambia lady. That's cool. All right. Thank you so much, Jane Fecto. Just want to say thank you, Linda. Love you and our family here. You guys mean the world to me. You mean so much to me, guys. You mean so much. Thank you for that super chat. Thank you so much. And thank you for your support. We love you too. I mean, you guys are amazing. Every little bit helps. I would be so happy to see the Somali people deport from our soil and our borders. We just need the right kind of people, like that lady from Zambia. But again, right now, just not right now. I think we still got millions of people to be deported. I don't see how, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's only so much real estate. I mean, we can't take in the whole world. I'm sorry, but we just can't. We just can't. I only have so much room in my house. You know, like when people want to come stay, I'm like, I only got so much room. I got a good number of bedrooms, but I'm like, I can't have everybody. You know what I'm saying? But guys, that's what I wanted to share with you. That video, and you guys who are late joining the live, you can rewind it and see the part about the Somalis who were threatened. Somali people were threatened with physical harm if they gave away personal information about Ilhan Omar. Threatened. And see the video about her with her father and herself on the thumbnail, Family Secrets, I think it says. He's got some ties with some Marxist stuff. Their family was not fleeing Somalia to escape oppression. They were fleeing Somalia to escape justice. This runs deep in the family. Very, very deep. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. Check me out tomorrow. Check out my videos I posted today. Again, Mondays through Thursdays at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on YouTube. You all be blessed. Love God, your families, these United States of America. And oh, please like, comment, share, subscribe, all the things. Like, comment, share. Be blessed. Love God, your families, these United States of America. And march on, warriors. Good night, everybody.